So, would not be a video of mine unless I screwed up somehow. The funny part was that this is the first video I'm making that's firearm related. So, we're coming in with a bang. Not bad pun. Very bad pun. Anywho. So I have the Sig P365 XL. I came from the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. Before that, I had the P365 380, and before that, I had the Smith & Wesson Shield 2. So, I'm going to go into a quick thing of how this came to be. The Shield is something that I wanted that was more compact compared to the Ruger Security 9 I was carrying at the time. I wanted to have something else that was more compact, that especially for concealed carry, because I'm a tiny guy, as I've mentioned in the channel update. So I got the Shield 2. Greatly enjoyed it. I really liked it. And then one day, my buddy and we were over at the range we go to, and I saw P365 380, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. It's small. I'm gonna try that out. I tried it, albeit it had a red dot on it, but the first time with a red dot as well. I did so well with that. I'm like, I want this, because I was doing so well with it. So I got it, and I enjoyed it. And then I started reading into the reasons that people did not like Sig, and I'm like, that's fucking scary that that's happening. Let me go back to Smith & Wesson. So I got the Shield Plus. It was the updated version from the Shield 2. And while I did like it, just everything was great about it, there were a couple caveats that I did not like. For one thing, on the frame itself, I'll just do this for example. On the frame itself, not the grip, but the frame, it had this heavy texturing or some kind of texture on it that whenever the recoil would come back and the beaver tail would come across my webbing, it scratched the hell out of me. I didn't like that. And so I'm like, nah, maybe I can get used to it, or maybe I can put one of those hook grips on it. Hook grip felt okay, but then I had the issue of whenever I'm holding my hand high up on the beaver tail, of course my finger is right at the top of the trigger. With the Shield Plus having a hinge trigger very similar to Glock now, well, they have the trigger safety thing that Glock has had, and so but because of the location of the hinge, my finger would always be too high and the trigger would just lock up on me. It wouldn't move, so I had to put my finger down, and of course that's just general like practicing and training, but I don't have the time or the funds necessary to constantly do that, and I don't have an outdoor range near me that's within half an hour drive, so that's kind of out of the question, and I don't have an outdoor range around me. Just, I can't do it, so I can't train as often as I'd like to. So trying to get used to that whenever this is supposed to be for carry. And the other thing is that the Ruger Security 9 had a slide release. Glock 19, slide release. P365 380, slide release. Smith & Wesson, no slide release, just slide lock. I am someone that, whenever it comes to the heat of the moment, I want whatever is going to aid me the quickest. And I don't feel like I can be that quick with slingshotting and just going to town. I'd rather take my finger, hit it, go. Those were the issues I had with the Shield Plus. Again, these are all mostly personal and user issues. The thing shot great and shot fine. It's just I had personal issues with it. And then upon further research, the 365 line from Sig, that I have read has been nothing but brilliant and has not had nearly the issues that the 320 was known for, as far as having accidental discharge, especially when unholstering. And because I carry inside the waistband and I do appendix carry, that's not something I want happening to me. So through all my research, I saw that no one has had any issues that I could read with the 365 line. So I'm like, maybe I jumped the gun too quick on getting rid of the 380 or getting rid of going away from Sig. So I went out to the range, tried the XL. And I also tried the CR920 from Shadow Systems because I really enjoyed holding the MR920, so I'm like, let me hold the CR920. It's a compact version of it. We'll see what happens. Sig won for me. Just the way it felt in the hand, and just the way I was able to control it, it just felt like the better pistol for me. So, sold my Show Plus, got the Sig 365 XL. However, while I was reading on the XL, I saw a lot of people that were saying the XL is brilliant, but better with the Wilson Combat grip module. Here's the great thing about Sig is first off, clear chamber, clear no mag. So the great thing about Sig is the serialized portion, as many of you might know, is the fire control unit, which is great. It makes it fucking modular to all hell. So I love that aspect. So I went ahead and I got the Wilson Combat grip module, and I got the weights put in as well. This thing feels incredible. I made a video about putting it on earlier, and I screwed up. So now you're seeing this now. But also from there, I also had put the mag release on, which the mag release was not difficult to put on at all. I had more issue personally with getting the fire control unit in this, but I kind of forgot how to exactly put it in straight, so that was on me. But I thoroughly enjoy this. It gives me more room for my support hand to come through. It gives me a little bit more room because it's just a little bit, I think it's 3/16 of an inch wider overall than the OEM grip on the XL. But yeah, just taking it like that, taking my support hand, coming around there, just amazing grip. And because I've noticed that I can be a sweater depending on what range I'm at, and their AC system or a lack thereof can cause me some sweating issues. And with the OEM grip module, I wasn't getting very good control of it. I do understand that I can get Talon grips and wrap those around. However, the problem with that is they're guaranteed to last about 5 years, I think 3 to 5 years. However, I've read complaints about them coming off within 2 or 3 months. So I'm like, that's $20, and if you just keep on replacing it, if you replace it within 2 to 3 replacements, if you do that within 5 years, you've paid for the combat grab module. So I'm like, fuck it, we'll try this and see how it goes. Have not fired it yet. I might be going to the range soon, and we'll be able to give a more detailed report afterwards, and we might have someone on here that will give their thoughts on the matter as well. But we'll just have to see how everything goes. But as it stands, I really like how this feels, and I really like how it just grips into my hand, just because I need that extra grip support, but of course there is a limit. My wife, I handed this to her, obviously unloaded, to try it, and this was a little too much for her. So ladies out there, if you have slightly more sensitive hands or not necessarily as calloused as some men's hands can be, you might find this a bit aggressive. However, I've read numerous people took some sandpaper starting at 80 grit and gave it a light sand, like very light sanding, and just kind of take the edge off of it essentially, and it was great. So I may consider that, or I may, if I don't end up not liking it, I may just sell it to someone. So, but that won't be until I can try it out. So one thing I really enjoy about this grip, so as you can see on the Sig here, I'm gonna get this to a better position so you can see it. You see what I'm talking about? No, wrong way. Okay, I think there we go. Hey, look at that. Okay, so as you can see, it's got that little swell there. There's a little bit of a ridge, and that's obvious. That is to kind of in general help out with the mag flare, to help out with the hand. However, that thing kind of makes the lower portion of my hand slip off of it just a bit. With this, the Wilson Combat grip does not want to stay in focus. It does not have that. It's just goes straight down, so I can really get into it, and I feel like it's just contoured. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, we're there. It's just contoured a little bit better, so I think I might like it a little bit more. But again, go to the range, check things out, and that will probably be a part 2, and then I'll give an overall thoughts on the product itself. So until then, take care guys, and I hope you enjoyed my first firearm related video. So until next time, take care.